Alright guys, welcome to part 2. Continuing on with our review of Titanfall. Such a major game, needs a major review, 2 parts. Alright, so...
It is?
Yeah. Alright, so getting into our first key point, replayability. I'll let you go first.
Well, in a game that is strictly multiplayer, in my opinion, endless. I think I would give it the highest score you can because they're going to come out with new map packs, new add-ons, hopefully new weapons, hopefully new mechs, hopefully new game modes. So I hope it keeps going. Mine's very high, definitely.
Mine isn't... It is high, but it's not that high. Because... Well, let's just say Quake, the whole series, up till 3. They were player-developed mods.
Right.
That's where Capture the Flag was developed. That's where Team Fortress was developed. And those games said, here you go. Have an engine, start creating your own content, make your own levels, make your own models, and make your own gameplay. There was a game that I played which was you kill people and when they died, their head fell on the ground and you literally played like Snake and picked them up and started, actually like collecting heads behind you. Headhunter. There was even a racing game that was developed. So replayability, I think it's going to be good. Bravo for them coming out with new content. You're probably going to have to pay for it.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Yeah. You're going to have to pay for it.
Which, I don't know, that part, it ruins it for me because you're stuck with their maps, you're stuck with their style, you're stuck with their stuff, and I do like the game, so that's not a terrible thing, but it doesn't give to endless replayability.
Okay. Game mechanics.
Absolutely smooth is the best way I could put it. I do give this the highest of any score you could give for a first-person shooter as far as game mechanics. I mean, it's very customizable anyway, as any first-person shooter. You set up your key bindings, duh. But the actual way it's played... I'm sorry, I can't play on a controller. And not even buying the Xbox One is going to help me. When I actually first started playing first-person shooters, I didn't even use a mouse. I used full-up keyboard, and I was awesome.
That's pretty rough. Strafing and turning, and that's pretty rough.
The ASDFs, actually, I didn't even use that. I used the arrows, and I used the up-down thing to look up and down. So wow. I would be doing everything with, like, 2 hands.
Wow.
It was really hard. And then, literally, it was like, oh, you can use a mouse?
Wow.
So...
Okay. So, the transitions from running and gunning to jumping and parkouring.
The parkour.
Every time.
I know.
And, running and gunning and then running up against a wall, hanging from the wall, shooting, calling your Titan down, to jumping in your Titan, to running around, killing shit with your Titan is seamless. There are no flaws, in my opinion. It's just spot on. They figured it out. They really figured it out. It's just seamless. Running around in your Titan and raping people, getting out of your Titan and keep going.
I know. The
perfect.
parkour just...
Breaking news again? Better be important this time. What? You're the one saying it's breaking news. Let's go. Okay.
Breaking news brought to you by prawn syrup.
Stretch it up to the overhead locker or slide it under the seat in front of you. Stretch and slide, yeah! You're a giraffe! Now it's seatbelt time. When the seatbelt sign...
There's actually a new lawsuit against Jack Slabbed Ham. Unfortunately, it's killed some more people. Back to the studio.
No sweat. Remember, you must follow crew instructions and lighted signs. If your oxygen mask...
You're back. You're done. Let's go. Are you recording?
Yeah, you told me not to stop.
Okay.
What the hell, man?
You told me not to stop.
Maybe if you were paying attention to us and not your phone.
Aren't you our producer?
Okay. See where that's going from. Alright, delivery. Delivery of Titanfall.
Delivery is not of Titanfall. Delivery of Titanfall against its genre.
No. Delivery of Titanfall.
Delivery.
How does it deliver itself? Present self.
How does it present itself as a first-person shooter?
No. Because it's not just a first-person shooter.
That's still the genre it's in.
To an extent. Go
Not
ahead.
to an extent.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You go.
Alright. How does Titanfall deliver itself? In my opinion, perfect. Where else do you have a first-person shooter that you can run on walls, that you can get in and out of big-ass mechs, that you can play as big mechs, you can have your big mech be a AI bot behind you while you're running around still running and gunning. It delivers itself as the new, as I said before, the new bar to be set as.
I agree. It is set a new bar for itself, and I mean,
Not just for itself, for the whole genre.
for the whole genre, yes. But you can look back at every release of every big game in the last couple of years, and there's something that's so exciting about it when it comes out that everyone kind of says the same thing, except for Battlefield 4. Battlefield 4
And Call of Duty.
Yeah. Well, I haven't paid attention to them enough. I'm just saying, how is it delivered as a first-person shooter? And it's very innovative. It's extremely innovative.
Absolutely.
I love the innovations. It's made me want to play it. So it delivered wonderful. But I don't know. I wish there was a little bit more to it. I think in this day and age, not having an actual story-driven campaign is a flaw.
I agree. I do agree. And our final portion, multiplayer,
Which really,
sums up the game.
yeah,
It's a multiplayer-focused first-person shooter game.
which is really kind of weird that you have your selections of campaign, classic,
That's it.
and training. I mean, really,
Training, right.
Really, it's campaign
That's
and
it.
classic. Campaign is dumb.
Your campaign is multiplayer. They just try and have some background story going on that
There is no effect of winning or losing.
What? True, you're right. Because the story's going to progress regardless. And I'm upset with that because of the lore of this game. If you pay attention to it very closely, when it comes up and you're changing screens to go into the next mode or whatnot, it tells you little snippets of stuff that happened on the map. Like the fracture one, it says, after years of fossil fuel digging and grabbing, that the land has broken up. Like, okay, that's pretty cool. And then you go to the one map, and there's like a big dinosaur sitting in the back, and it's just walking around. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, I love the maps where like those big giant like bird things,
Yeah.
like the dinosaurs come down.
That's what I'm saying. They made this world seem so rich, but they do nothing to describe it.
Yeah.
It's so upsetting, and I wish they would come out with a full multiplayer or single player campaign. I really do.
Maybe coming up in an
Hey,
expansion.
you would never know, right?
Yeah.
Never know.
Multiplayer. Okay, I'll say this: we talked about campaign. Then you have classic. Okay, this is the first release of Titanfall. Why is it called classic?
True.
Classic
I'm not going to
what?
understand classic.
Classic multiplayer? I mean,
Yeah.
that's silly.
I know.
Nitpicking, but silly. The game flow in multiplayer is wonderful. I love starting out in a dropship and then you jump
absolutely.
down, and then everything else we talked about happens. And then when the game ends,
Great.
I love it. It's a separate game within a game. This is a very layered because, like, you have feeling of multiple lives. Even if you lose, you get to start having a whole new game.
Because you now have to escape.
Yeah, they give you like, what is it? I don't even pay attention. 60
I think it's
seconds?
like 20. No, I think it's 25 seconds because what happens is a drop ship comes in.
Yeah, and
whatever losing team has to get to a certain area on the map, climb in the jump ship, and get taken off. But in the portion where after the game itself ends and you get to this part, it's called the epilogue.
Yeah.
If you die within the epilogue, you're officially dead, done, can't come back.
Yeah.
But if you make it to the drop ship,
you get extra experience,
Right.
and it's a lot of fun.
And it's
then,
cool.
And then as the winning team, it's even better because you can if you're in a mech, I mean if you're in a Titan at that point, it's like get to the dropship and
absolutely.
blow that fucker up.
Because you can actually damage the dropship. You shoot the dropship, it explodes. You can shoot the people heading to the dropship. A
lot of fun.
I've never seen that before in a game.
Oh no, not in
I think it's great.
it's a wonderful add-on to the game, and
Absolutely.
it's just those little details that make this
Another
multiplayer
detail,
experience good.
in my opinion, this game has finally made verticality, if that's a word,
It is now.
it is now, verticality a factor in a game.
It's verticalicious.
Verticalicious. Because in every year, Call of Duty and Battlefield, besides Battlefield 3 and 4, and, there was no height to it. Unless you climbed up a big building or took a helicopter up to a big building and sniped down. But that was it. But this game, because you can climb everywhere and do everything, you now have a total 3-dimension area where you have to watch.
I'm going to disagree a little bit.
Okay?
It adds a much more rich experience
Right.
where everything's vertical. But there have been games in the past where you had to take into account levels and heights and things
Okay.
like that. Tribes,
Okay.
if you know what Tribes is, was like that. PlanetSide 2 has a lot of that because
But is PlanetSide 2 as big as Titanfall? As far as what people know.
What do you mean?
Titanfall. How many commercials did you see for PlanetSide 2? Not bad. And I'm not saying it's a bad game. I've never played it, so I can't say. But
You can't compare the two.
I'm not saying you can. But as far as commercial size, how many people know about PlanetSide 2? Probably quite a few, but not as
ton of
much as
people.
Titanfall, because Titanfall had TV commercials, and it was everywhere. So I'm saying in the AAA game scene, with the Call of Duties and the Battlefields and all that, this is probably one of the first games that's done it. I understand what you're
Okay,
saying.
I'll give you that.
Because, like I said, I've never played those
in that
games.
department,
Right.
yes, it is the first one
Right.
that delivers in that aspect.
Right.
Overall, calculating my scores out, I'm giving Titanfall. I'm just gonna say this. Initially, I was like giddy as a schoolgirl, and I said 5. This is the first 5 I'm gonna give. No, it's not, because of a lot of the things that I then thought about and we talked about. I'm giving it a 4 because it's better than your average shooter. It's got a hell of a lot of fun to it, but there are the downfalls that, coming from my experience with first-person shooters, there are a lot of downfalls that aren't going to be fixable,
Right.
in my opinion. So I'll give it a 4. Great game, highly recommend it, and
My score is a little bit different. I have literally 3 components that swayed me from giving it a perfect score. First is campaign. I'm huge into a story, huge into backstory, lore, all that. The fact that we did not get a true campaign bothers me.
Mm-hmm.
Second one is private lobbies with your friends. There is none. You log in with a party, you join a game, and that's it. Third issue is you cannot choose your maps or your game mode while in a game. So I play Variety Pack a lot, which is all the games together.
yeah, I was going to say you have to explain that because you can pick.
Yeah,
if you
of
want
course
to
you
play
can
Capture
pick
the flag.
You can pick if you want to play Capture the Flag, but that's all you're going to play. If you want to play Attrition, that's all you're going to play. I like to play Variety Pack, which is all of the game modes together, randomly generated. But there's nowhere that you can vote for what comes up next. Because there's been multiple times where I've played 5, 6, 7 matches of Last Titan Standing in a row, and I was like,
It's funny. That's the one thing I keep getting stuck on is Last Titan Standing.
Yeah.
I did three games. By the third game, I'm just like, all right,
yeah.
I get it. This isn't the kind. This would be fun speckled in, but
Absolutely. Yeah. I really wish that there was a way to vote for your map. They do a good job of cycling the maps through, because there was probably 2 or 3 day span where I played for quite a few hours, and I still didn't get the same map over again. I'm happy with that, but I would like to be able to vote for maps if we could. Those 3 things held me back from giving it a 5. I give this game a 4.75. That's how much I love it. I absolutely am ecstatic about this game.
And I think even though mathematically it doesn't work, I think 4.5 is
not
well
right.
deserved for
Yeah.
overall in this game.
I agree. With the potential of this game skyrocketing to legendary because of whatever comes out.
Yeah, I mean it could fix some of the issues that you mentioned.
Right.
There's probably zero possibility of fixing the issues I care about, but as long as they keep coming out with new stuff, that may not be an issue for me anymore.
Exactly. I'm going to keep playing this game. And there's a few games coming out. We got Watch Dogs coming out. I'm going to play the fuck out of that game. I can't wait. We got Second Son coming out. I'm going to play the hell out of that game. We got a couple other games splish splash in there. But once I'm done those games, I'm going right back to Titanfall. That's just how it's going to be. This game has got me so hooked that once I'm done those other games, I'm going right back.
Yeah,
There may be-
that's the other thing is those other games aren't like this. They don't have the replayability.
True.
that
There's only
Titanfall-
one game coming up in the future, which we still don't have a release date. We don't know very much about it. Don't know if you've heard much about it, but I've been following it. It's The Division. Tom Clancy's The Division. This game may, in my opinion, has the potential to be one of the best games ever made because of what it is. We'll get later into that, but that game is very, very high on my radar, and that may be the one game that can pull me away from this. But yeah, so 4.5 for a game from a developer who is their first game, even though they have a lot of experience coming from other
It
games.
doesn't matter. It's still this company's first game.
Congratulations. Hats off to you because you did it. You did good. Let's keep pumping it up, boys and girls. Sorry. Sexist, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you are.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching.
Let us know if you like the new format. Our game reviews are going to be longer,
More in
but
depth.
More in depth. Hopefully you like the gameplay footage. If you want to see more gameplay footage, let us know.
Like I said, I'm going to be doing Titanfall Tuesdays. I know you're coming up with a little thing you're going to be doing. We don't know when, we don't know how, but it's definitely going to happen.
I could give you the premise, which you heard about a little bit. It's going to be mini games, flash style games. It's going to be every Friday. So we'll get more into that. Don't forget to either like just because you like it, or dislike because you thought it sucked. Helps us.
Yeah.
Either way.
Exactly. Let us know.
And
Follow us on Facebook, FGGR Reviews, Twitter, as always. Subscribe to the channel, please. It'll really help us out. Give us more comments, good, bad. We need to know what you guys think.
and if you have any critiques, message us on Facebook. Let us
Absolutely.
know.
Yeah. Hey, whatever.
Do you know? There's one thing I regret.
What's that? I'm waiting.
I regret not getting the Titanfall edition for the Xbox One.
Knew it. I knew it. You should have.
See, but there's no way I would have been able to play
Yes, sir.
at the level I like to play at on first
You'll be
person
fine.
shooters.
I'll teach you.
No,
Yeah.
because I'm not getting it. So just get it for the PC. If
I'll try. How about
No, I got something better. We'll get into that in a sec. If you want to, have a match with us, message us on Facebook.
absolutely?
Uh,
I've been doing, in case you guys have seen Facebook feeds, I've been doing a lot of Twitch streaming. Renegade 427, that's what my channel is. Of course, it's from Xbox One, but I've been doing a lot of streaming. A couple times a week, a couple hours here and there. I've been posting it up, so stay tuned to the Facebook feed. You guys will figure it out. If you have that Xbox One, join us, please. We'll kick some ass.
if you have
some
a
fun.
PC, join me.
Absolutely.
Go Origin.
Oh, yeah.
My
Oh,
word,
yeah.
what a gigantic.
Here, I can hold them. I got my arm underneath them.
Okay. Then I'm gonna.
Stand over there, out of camera.
No, stay.
Here, buddy. Stay over here.
Stay.
I got him. I'm holding his
Stay. No. You got him? You don't got him.
arm. I'm holding him up.
Okay, I just want both of his paws on there.
Yeah.
Wait. Odin, wait.
Ready? Are you recording? So then you go into the water tower.